everyone and good evening. Welcome to WAOF1 on a Sunday. My name is Brian and I'll be doing your comms for you tonight. And welcome to the Autodrome Nazionale di Monza. It is of course the legendary Temple of Speed and the historic home of the Italian Grand Prix, which will hold race number 6 of our WAOF1 season. Now, last week, of course, we did see Ryan take his second win of the season and a big step forward in his championship hunt. He is now 18 points ahead of Licorius in P2, with Gunnar 32 points behind, and everyone behind that, well, if they want to have a chance at really trying to get back into the championship battle, they'll need some wins. Hilly 35 or 53 back, sorry. Wales 62, Plimball 75, Rich the last person within 100 points, but he's not here tonight because his monitor broke, so you can basically count him out of it for now, and you can really start to see who is starting to become championship favorites. And it's all heating up. Now, in the constructors, it is a bit closer. Red Bull 16 points behind Haas. But if you look to the left of your screen, you can see only one Red Bull. So Haas have a big task ahead of them tonight, trying to score some points and extending that lead as far as they can. Mercedes actually were front runners before Australia, but they've had a shocker there, and now it's time for them to regain some of the points they lost. Oh, that's the look I was going for, Pom. Come on. And hello, Doggers. No rain, that's annoying for you. It's probably a blessing for everyone else. Haley is the first person I'm on board with. He's not the first person actually on a lap, I don't think. I think that title goes to Ryan, but we'll stay on with Haley for now. That is not an ideal chicane. Not bad out of the lap though. Wonder, does he burn a lot here? No, he actually releases the battery quite early, saving himself some for after Ascari, which is just painful to see in these cars, the amount of lifting you have to do into it. Very early on the battery, that might hurt a little bit. Especially coming out of this corner, but he gives it another good lift. Parabolica gets taken nicely. Not the tightest of lines, there's definitely room for improvement, but a 19.8 puts him in P2. And that is, well, 4 tenths behind Ryan. From what I could see in the chats, it was very quick. Let me quickly go back to Tuesday results, because we had Monza not too long ago. You'll never guess who was on pole then. That was Ryan, and he is currently only half a tenth off it, of his own pole time. This is of course short quali, not full quali, but to be half a tenth off it is crazy. Yep, that's gonna suck for you guys. It really puts a damper on your championship hopes. Its first laps all seem to be semi-done. Except for JDM. He's about to start a lap. And Thomas, of course, but he's still around lap. So we'll be on with JDM. We'll see what he can do. JDM opts to burn a lot of battery into his car, and to be fair, he has the battery to do so. Doesn't really need to lift into there, it's gonna be a good final sector. The toe as well. They've timed it beautifully at Haas, or not Haas, Cadillac. Parabolica, there is room for improvement. But it's a good lap time. Why do you see no reason to race, mate? What's up? Tell me all about it. Interesting line for Doggers into turn 1. He probably lost the rear end a bit there, but he saved a big amount of battery for the rest of it. So that's good. To use the ERS on exit of Parabolica, and that again might hurt the lap time. Puts himself close to his teammate though, into P13. And to be fair, one of the better positions into turn 1. Heading into the race. Here comes our current provisional pole sitter. And if you look at the gaps, probable pole sitter. Let's see how much he can improve. He's up by a 10th already. This is looking to be a very good lap. Lost a bit of time into there. Hello, good sir. How are you, Mr. James? Huge lift into Parabolica, but that's gonna give him a nice boost out of the final corner. Oh, but he backs out of it. Okay, interesting. You have a feeling. Don't jinx him if that's the feeling I think you're on about. It is the feeling about this man. Yeah, don't do it. Don't jinx him. Don't do it. He doesn't need it. I'm not even gonna say his name until something happens. Just gotta remove all the jinx. Here's the man second in the championship, currently very far down. And he's also pulling into the pit. Cooler into P3. Sorry, I'm really distracted. I have a what you call it? Let me Google the translation because there's actually an English word I don't know. I have a wart. It's like on my... Damn, how did I forget the word for that as well? Let me Google that as well. Wrist. I have a wart on my wrist. No, not my penis. My penis is fine. It's on my wrist. And it's just annoying me because it's like big. I need to get like wart spray or something. No, my penis is not on my wrist. What the fuck? Why would that be? You know, there's actually a guy that has that. There's a guy that he lost his penis. Like it just fell off one day randomly, and then they attached it back to his arm, and they were gonna put it back, but they just never did. Fucking crazy. Right, enough talk about dicks. Who is actually on the left? Emperor has retired, and is that in pit lane? Yes, it is. So he is had a shocker of a quali. I always thought he was quicker, but I don't know. I may be wrong. I may be thinking of someone else. Watch Hitty. Okay, I'll watch Hitty. Here you go. He goes into the pit lane. Still wanna watch him? We can watch him. Yeah. Didn't expect that, did you? Back to Robin, who is invalidated. Back to Licorius. Because he actually is on a lap and he has burned way too much battery for my liking. And he's not had a big lift either, so he's gonna struggle out of this corner. So he's not even burned the battery at all, and that's gonna cost him like 10 kilometers an hour. And that hurts down that straight. But who knows, maybe he recouped enough in the middle sector. We're gonna find out across the line. He jumps up to P12. There's a lot more time in that lap if he batteries a bit better, as everyone has started pulling onto the track now. Gonna go with Overhaul, because he is actually first to be putting in a lap time, and both McLarens have retired. No, he has not. This one has. Overhaul definitely has. I wish we could see the throttle input, that would be great. Overall improving by a tenth. That will currently not see him improve by a position. So he's not far off. Maybe surprising, but Whale is the closest person to challenge Ryan for pole. And I am sorry to Overhaul, but we're gonna go to said Whale. Oh, he's not on a lap. So we're gonna go back to Overhaul. A double outlet for Whale. That's the lowest amount of fuel as possible. Overhaul comes across the line. Goes into P6, very decent. Ryan has just started a lap. Whale is in that final sector burning fuel. So we can compare. Currently, Whale needs to find 2.5 tenths. Can Ryan extend that gap? We saw previously on this attempt before this one. He can find a 10th in sector 1, but he's lost. Almost a 10th. Whale heading through the first chicane now. It's qualifying. Well, the flag is waving. Gonna quickly jump to Whale now to see he is down on his time. Ryan is improving. Whale needs to have a mega middle and final sector. Ryan's done it well on a parabolica to navigate. He's close to his time. Can he improve? Crosses the line, quickly switching to Whale. Whale is down. Ryan does not improve. Wait, Whale's up. Whale's up 3 tenths. Oh, he's gonna get a big toe as well. Oh my god, is Whale gonna beat the unexpected? Run to the line, can he do it? He can! Wait, he's such an identical time! Whale puts an identical time to Ryan. Oh my god! That is insane! What? Somehow they've put in the exact same time. That is crazy. It says Will has pole, but it is Ryan set the time first, so obviously it's Ryan. I have never seen that happen. I've seen it lower down in the grid, but I have never seen a tie for pole. Amazing. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is looking very interesting. Our top two contenders with an identical time. Haley is in third. He is. Well, the rest of the grid is quite far back. I mean, we won't talk about Paddy's time. That is extremely far back. But wow, that is mental. That really sets up this race to be something very special. Ryan peaked too early. He couldn't improve on both his attempts after he set that first time, but the pace should probably be there, and Will got there in the end. So Ryan probably still favored for this race, but it could go anyway. And we're gonna find out in a bit. I am gonna go on a little break, and once the action resumes, I'll be back. Yeah, have fun. Alright, we'll be going any second now. Bit of beef in the Discord chat, but we all like that. Hello, Shawnee boy. Sorry for ignoring you after quali, but it was kind of a moment. Tires, a lot of mediums, a couple of hard-ons, and that seems to be the way to go. Because overhaul Sniper Monkey, Paddy Capes to. Oh, JDM has been disqualified. There's a bit of beef. I like the beef. Vaxi is not making friends. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when he comes across the path of the two B's beefing. Right, that's been the formation lap. I mean, nothing big to really report on. We can hide the gaps for now. That doesn't really matter until a little bit later in the race. So Paddy will be the final person to line up on the grid. Joey the Chetsy misses his grid box. There we go then. 5 lights. And the Monza Grand Prix is underway. Everyone gets off the line well. It's a good start from Ryan Haley. Actually all over the back of Will and into turn 1. He's gonna have an opportunity on the inside. Everyone makes it through. Wouldn't say something about clean, because Emperor has driven offset track. It's not very epic. Haley has taken P2 of Will. Ryan already has a good gap as Gunnar and Vaxi, or not Vaxi, Admiral going at it. And Will had to cut the corner. Vaxi has taken the position of Admiral very early on. Gonna put telemetry on very early as well. Look at the gap Ryan has. It's already over a second. Doggers gets past Paddy. No, he doesn't. Paddy actually on the inside of Doggers. Paddy had a good start. We're also losing some position. See, this is crucial for Ryan. He has a big gap and he has broken away from the battery saving mode overtake. So very nicely done by Ryan, a great opening lap. Haley now under pressure from Will into turn 1, but nothing is happening there. Here's Bucko, who takes the position of Vaxi and moves himself up to P6, and also takes Admiral all the way around the outside. And in the meantime, Will just dropping like a brick in water. Bit of wheel banging in the back for JDM and Licorius. Licorius has had a shocker today. Let me see if I can find out the reason why that is. just... check. Oh no. Oh, he's just not great around here apparently. Will is on the back of Gunnar, but he doesn't have battery to overtake. And Ryan is just very good in that final sector. He loses out in sector 1, but you know, you can afford to lose there. Gunnar is very low on the plank. Or no, that's Hilly. The right out. I think biggest gainer of the start. Doggis? No, Taylor. Not Doggis. Sorry to ruin your excitement there, Doggis. Almost got it. I mean, I can be on board there, but realistically, we're not gonna see a move into Parabolica. I mean, who would do that? Oh, into turn 1, absolutely. So we might see Will, but Hilly's just good at holding him up. With them having to lift off so much into that corner. I mean, what did I say about the decision and bad? Oh, the memory of a goldfish, man. I don't remember a sentence I said, like, oh, who? Yeah, me. Not on purpose. I just braked very late and kinda went into the side of the ridge. But to be fair, he did swerve a little bit and scared me. Anyway, enough about that. Gunnar, close on the back of Higgy. But he has, again, not got a lot of battery. He has a bit more than Hilly though. So he could be looking at making a move. Hilly, or not Hilly, Will, with not an ideal line into there. Keeps the door open for Admiral, but it's not gonna happen. Hilly finally gets overtaken. The overtake mode finally works, but he's coming back at Gunnar. He actually almost was able to line up a move into turn 1. Now has to play it careful. Can't risk burning too much battery. Because he still doesn't have that overtaking mode. Saving battery nicely. In the meantime, Ryan can just pull away and away and away. At the earliest, if people were to pit for a one stop, pit stops will probably happen around lap 10. But ideally you make it to lap 12. Maybe even lap 13. There's a move into Parabolica. April just sent it on Will and is passed. Crazy, crazy, crazy man. And he's gonna take Gunnar as well. See, people who make moves into Parabolica are just the best, kinda. And this just proves it again. Well, now he is losing a position to Will, so maybe ignore whatever advice I give. Will back past that row. Robin past Taylor as well for the back in the grid. They're all a bit low on battery now. Especially Will, and this has also allowed Bucko to catch back up. I can't wait for the Dutch Grand Prix. Like, when that happens, I'll do like a lap or so, maybe 2 laps just in Dutch. Ooh, well, go on Bucko then. As Bucko had a podium before. Oh, behind big moments. I believe it was AMS Focus who was behind Bucko. He's at a moment, and now that gap is 4 seconds to the top 6. And Hilly's left the session, so we're gonna have to quickly get Hilly back in as soon as we can. Ah, fair enough. That's actually very impressive. Bucko now into Parabolica, so we've seen it happen again. Gets past Admiral, doesn't have any straight line speed. Admiral should be able to get straight back, but he's not pushing. There's a wheel. Oh, gets back past Hilly, moves back up to the podium. I'm gonna quickly check. Hilly is back, that's good. Ryan's driver lineups. Bucko. Where's the Cadillac one? What? Oh, there. Bucko. No, he actually doesn't have a win. And no podium either. At least not in WAOF. So it would be something. Whale back up to second. Go on. No, was any of these guys on the hards? No, all the hards have gone to the back. Doggo's actually already on them. Same with Emperor, so they might be going for 2-stop. Oh my god. That was all so close to there. Ah, but it would have said on his total stats, wow. It's not there. Unless it was this season. Nope, no, it doesn't. Check Tuesday as well, just to be sure. Tuesday rewards. Nope. No Bucko podiums. So it would be a WAOF first. Meanwhile, Ryan has put himself a beautiful gap. At the moment, I believe he would come out in clean air if he were to pit as well. As Hilly is first to pit, but he speeds into the pit lane. I've actually pitted, I believe. They did. So Hilly potentially out of that fight. Actually, all but certain out of that fight. Of course, anything could still happen, but it's unlikely. And he'll be fuming at himself for that. Gunnar is starting to pull away from Will a little bit, but doesn't have as much battery as he would like. Actually, Will gonna catch up a lot into Parabolica. Same with Bucko. Bucko on a charge. Again, doesn't have a lot of battery going into this slope. That's gonna hurt. Gunnar pits, Ryan pits, Will and Bucko stay out. April also follows them. They're gonna go for the long game tire advantage. Whether they come out compared to Hilly, who is just heading onto the main straight. Ryan, of course, will be miles ahead. Hilly has jumped them by probably about a second, as that's the fastest lap for the Corius. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean anything anymore this year. Yeah, that might be 2 seconds a lap, so that's gonna be danger town for Will and Bucko. They'll definitely be at the edge of that battle, and they might even be outside of overtake mode. JDM loses 2 positions. Surely you see these guys quick. Oh, Bucko stays out again. Interesting. I mean, if a safety car comes out, he's golden. His first train can go past. That's just where Ryan is behind. This is the train that Will has to be behind. Fastest lap for Hilly. And Will's not out of the pit lane yet. He's lost out quick time, but he should be fine. He'll have a big amount of battery coming out of turn 1, so he can burn a lot and catch back up. Akno isn't in it. So, not ideal. The undercutters work big time for Gunnar, and the battle now seems to be for P3. Because of course, Hilly has that penalty. And now Gunnar will be ahead of that. I wonder if Bucko will just be waiting for safety. It does stay out another lap. Taylor is in. And there's just a big train of people on hards. Not even some are on mediums. But they're just staying out. Oh, really close together. Sniper Monkey. Look at this battle. Ryan has just gone past all of them. Sniper Monkey is up 11 places. This is a big battle. Look at that, JDM is looking at making it 3 wide. And instead of gaining a position, he loses one. Oh my god, they're just pushing each other through the corners. JDM has the most battery out of all of these guys. He's gonna lose it. But he is being smart about it. Well, Bucko probably saw this train in his map and thought, nah, I'll stay out. He is pitting now. So is Steve. Will did make his way past Admiral somewhere, also puts in the fastest lap and is within a second of Gruner. Well, Bucko has to hope that Overhaul and Sniper Monkey really hold up these guys big time. Because I don't think a 3 2-lap tire advantage will be that big. Still not great on battery management, but he is within the fuel window, so that's good. Sniper Monkey now in, which only leaves Overhaul. And to be fair, they're in that train. So Bucko could gain. Wonder how much he will get held up. We do the esports looking. Just checking if Gruner is still there. Sniper gun, he gets 10 seconds for corner cutting. That's not ideal. But enough of that. Oh, Haley seems to have caught him at the perfect time. He might only lose a little bit on exit here. So there's a yellow flag in sector 3 and it is Vaxi who's gone round. And considering where he spun, I don't think that was him on his own. Because I've been spun around there too. So as he also speeds into the pit lane and retires and rage quits. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, fair play. A prediction. James Prediction Meister. Predicted the fuck up. I wonder what he'll say in the Discord. Oh mate, now you jinxed him now. The whole time we've been spending just not trying to jinx him. What have you done? There's another move into Parabolica. This time it's, well, I don't know who on who. Oh, look at Will. He cuts in deep. And he gets past both. What a move from Will. It's going to be signed that Gunnar just has a lot of battery. And Will has to drop back in the end. What an amazing move. My party seems to have ended. Looking at a new one. A huge lift. Haley didn't see that one coming. Imagine a Ryan bottle. And a Gunnar corner cutting penalty. Sniper Monkey with another penalty. He's just racking them up currently. At the moment, probably looking at a P14 finish. Because he has 16 seconds. Hilly loses a position to Atron. What happened to Hilly? He's lost out big time. So Will gets past Gunnar. And Will now takes second on track. Thomas goes for his second pit stop. He'll be going on the hunt. Hoping to get a good result. Let's have a look at the biggest gainer so far of the race, which would be Licorious on a good comeback drive. A little blip of the overtake for Will. Illy in the end should only really lose one position. Shouldn't make that much of a difference. His penalty might not even lose a position at all. If the pace continues. And there is a Paddy Capes too. We're just gonna call Paddy, who is getting lapped. But fair play to sticking in there. Licorious gets 10 seconds for speeding into the pit lane. And Emperor also gets 3 seconds. They're starting to count up now. It's difficult. Let me put my screen on full screen again. Come on. There we go. I was just looking at the WAOF1 stats to see who is having an extraordinary race compared to their stats. Well, if Bucko can manage to hold on to this position, he absolutely deserves the driver of the day in my books. But still a long way to go. It's not the end of the race yet. They're also catching up to Ryan. And they have to catch up a lot. By the way, since when did Admiral go into P3? I was just too busy looking at the stats apparently to notice this, with Admiral's in third. Brothers going slowly. I think he had a moment. So Admiral takes second. And there comes Gunnar. And Hilly pits. Very interesting. He's gonna try something, but this will hurt him way more than staying out. Very weird call. Instead of, well, P6, he's now down 5 places of that. And for what? Maybe he couldn't make it to the end, but I doubt it, man. I know the podium battle already had 3 people left, but now it's guaranteed to be one of these 3 people. Oh well, 2 of these 3 people. And one of them will unfortunately miss out. Schooner overtakes Whale again. And I do apologize for not making this the most interesting comms I've ever done. But it's also not the most interesting race. It's just the standard Monza. What you can expect around here. No really big things happening, so. Ooh. That could have been a corner cut. Could we see Whale, or not Whale, Gunnar receive a penalty at the end? That's what it's come to talk about the hypothetical penalties that we saw over corner cut. That could even be his first warning. He's got the overspeed on Will and he gets past into turn 1. Not Will, Admiral. Will burning at a different point, and he takes second out of nowhere. He's got plenty of battery to continue as well. Great move by Will. Yeah, true. I think final 2-3 laps will be great between these two guys, because that's when the pressure really starts to get on and you can really tell they're already preparing for it. At the moment, Admiral, with a big amount of battery, is saved right so far this race. If those guys keep battling into turn 1, then well, he's just positioning himself greatly every single time. And that will set them up nicely for that final lap. The final lap is really gonna come down to, you guessed it, Parabolica. There's a 3-second penalty for Thomas, but it won't really affect him much, because the people behind are outside of 3 seconds and also have penalties of their own. That is something that Admiral doesn't want. He don't want to be at 100%. But he's not going for that long through the corner, because that is just a wasted pace. We could have used to be closer. Gunnar with a huge lift. Gunnar's only got 30% battery. He is a person that has not really set himself up well for the upcoming battle. His penultimate lap has arrived. Yellow flag, that is for a Ferrari. Setting himself up very well. If he can have this much battery next lap into here, he is golden. Fastest lap for JDM, so that's not even gonna go Hilly's way. Big advantage to Admiral. Ryan will cross the line to start the final lap. How did Admiral play this? Very interested to see. Final lap starts now. Rail was pulled out. Quite a nice gap to Gunnar. He realizes it. I'm not pushing massively here. Nothing big will happen into the next corner too. 10%, 10%, 60%. He set himself up so good. Probably could have been a little bit closer to be perfect, but looking really good. Has a big advantage. We're gonna quickly. Ryan is gonna cross the line. I want to see this battle. Admiral. Sent it down the inside of Parabolica, and I'm so sorry, Ryan. Admiral goes into the side of Gunnar. It's gonna be a drag race towards the line, and Gunnar loses it. Will take second, Gunnar third, Admiral third, Gunnar P4. And Bucko comes home in P5. And Bucko also gets my driver of the day because of what all I could see. This might be Bucko's highest finish. He did get a pole position once, but I haven't found anywhere where it says he was higher than P5. So my driver of the day for tonight. Taylor gets P6, overall 7th, Hilly 8th. Hilly, oh, he kind of bottled that. With his second pistol, he could have had P5 probably. In WAOF, by the way. Decent race, Taylor, very good. Alright, well that's a sprint. This is a main race. Considering the average finish is 16.6 or something, you being in P5 is a rare occurrence, so no driver. And that's the race. 16 seconds of the penalties in the end for Sniper Monkey, who drops to P10. Not ideal. And a very quick but quiet race. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Next week we are back at, drum roll, Vegas. Yuck. Well, thankfully I don't have to drive. Yeah, clubs. Good night, everyone. And see you next week unless I see you tonight. Bye.